This video was made to review and criticize the material in it, and is not intended to be a substitute for the original work. I do not own the material or any part of the show in this video. Please support HBO by watching the full episode and show on HBO or any other platform that legally streams it. Links to the official sites are available in the description box below. This video is intended to fall under the general guidelines of fair use and is edited as to not compete with the original work. As an aspiring writer and artist, my goal is to comment, review, criticize and learn from the work. Thank you for understanding. Welcome to Watcher. Today we're watching episode 57, the 7th episode of the season. And before we begin, please don't leave any spoilers in the comment section. I'd really appreciate that. And most importantly, thank you so much for the support and for joining me on this adventure. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the content. I'd greatly appreciate that. Last episode was amazing in my opinion. I had so much fun watching it. I hope this one can match it. But anyway, the highlight for me was that Uncle Benjen is back. And apparently, he's more badass than ever. After thinking about what role his character might have from now on, I think he will die beyond the wall. He'll probably lead Bran successfully back inside the wall, but in the process, he might have to sacrifice himself. I hope I'm really wrong about that. I just don't feel like the people on the other side of the wall would be able to accept him the way he is. As we've noticed so far, most people are narrow-minded. But again, I hope I'm wrong. May he stay in the story for the rest of it. Then we had Arya not completing her mission. She's now hunted by that girl. I expect a duel to take place between them eventually, in which Arya wins, of course. She'll surpass that girl. I think it's time to go back to Westeros for her. That's where everything interesting is happening. Also, Jaime has decided to lead the Lannister army. That's a fitting role for him, so I like that. The question is, how will Cersei's trial go? Well, she has the mountain, but I suspect that we might be heading for another great twist to the events. I'm super excited for the rest of the season, so let's go. What? Straight into it. Alright, I see how it is. Must be a special episode then. What are we building? I don't know, I don't recognize that dude. Well, that dude is strong, whoever it is. What the frick? No, what? Before I get too happy, was that a flashback or not? It can't be a flashback, right? No, it's not a flashback. He is alive! One of my favorite characters. How did he survive though? Man, that was unexpected. Well, this is a special episode. But where is he? And who is he helping? Has he become a decent human being?
How many men did it take to cut you down?
One strong woman.
He was a woman.
He was a woman. That's a brilliant answer. I'm glad he's back. But who are these people?
When I found you, I thought you'd been dead for days.
I'm a bit overexcited right now, so I have to focus a bit more.
I was gonna give you a proper burial and then you coughed.
So someone found him, or this dude found him.
What kept you going?
That's an interesting question.
Hate.
Hate?
Gods aren't done with you, yeah?
Well, he isn't a fan of the gods.
What matters is that there's something greater than us.
But this raises an interesting question. What is his role in the story?
Why haven't they punished me? They have.
Well, I'm super glad he's back. What is she doing? What game is she playing? I personally feel like she's acting.
For years I pretended to love the poor, the afflicted.
Or maybe not.
They show us what we'd look like without our fine clothes.
I ask you about a personal matter.
What would that personal matter be?
You mentioned that since your reunion, you haven't joined him in the marriage bed.
Well, he is getting a bit too involved.
Desires that once drove me no longer do.
Congress does not require desire on the woman's part, only patience.
I wonder if she ever will snap out of this. This kind of Margaery will start to annoy us really fast. But I believe that she has something up her sleeve.
I only pray your grandmother follows your lead.
Don't you dare come after Lady Olenna.
I want to speak with you alone. All I have to do is whistle and my men will stroll in here and bash you about until I tell them to stop.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Loras's only hope is to confess his crimes and repent.
What are you doing, Margaery? I'm already getting annoyed.
Is the heir to Highgarden, the future of House Tyrell.
Margaery, if you need help, blink. Blink twice or something.
But you should leave, Grandmother.
I will never leave you.
You must
Oh.
go home.
Oh.
Find comfort in prayer and good works.
That's the sign. Margaery isn't stupid. Okay, I trust you, Margaery.
I'll see you soon, my dear.
Wow, it's like being a hostage. Margaery. Still a brilliant character. That's what she got from her. She's still one of them.
These aren't White Walkers. It isn't our.
But they are kinda coming for you. I think this is becoming your fight. It might not be right now, but Ramsay's coming.
Boltons, the Karstarks, the Umbers.
The traitors.
After they finish with me, they'll come for you.
Exactly. That's a strong argument, but it will become your fight.
I need you with me if we're gonna beat them, and we need to beat them if you're gonna survive.
I agree.
No.
Yeah? Was that all? Just no? What did it mean? Maybe he can translate. I guess that meant we're in. Okay, great. The Wildlings are on our side. Cersei with her beastly bodyguard, Mr. Frankenstein.
Your grandson is still a prisoner.
Loras rots in a cell because of you.
Yeah, that's very true. It's because of you, Cersei. So what do you want now?
I made a terrible mistake. I carry it with me every single day.
Good.
Good.
We need each other.
I wonder if you're the worst person I've ever met.
I wonder the same. Although I haven't met her.
You love your granddaughter. I love my son. I must defend them.
If you're half as bright as you think you are, you'll find a way out of here too.
I'll never leave my son.
You're going to kill them all by yourself?
Yeah, what's the plan, Cersei? Lady Olenna won't forget. And she won't forgive. You have to live with your sins now, Cersei. Bronn is by his side.
Now that is a sorry attempt at a siege.
Well, I'm glad Bronn is here.
Come out and face us, Blackfish! We have Lord Edmure! Yield the castle, or we'll hang him!
Will they actually do it? I don't know if he will fall for it. The Blackfish. I love that name. Blackfish. Now what?
Think I won't do it, old man?
Blackfish is stone cold.
Go on then, cut his throat.
Does he not care? Or is that simply... Did he call their bluff? He called their bluff. Good. Keep the castle.
Edmure is a prisoner of House Frey.
Soon you will be a prisoner of House Lannister.
Say I threatened to hit you unless you shut your mouth, but you kept talking. What do you think I'd do?
I don't give a rap.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Have him bathed and fed, unless you'd like to take his place.
Edmure is so confused.
As I said, the siege is under my command.
I'm Team Blackfish, even though I love Jaime and
I want a parley.
Bronn.
He's an old man.
You've got one hand. My money's on the old boy.
Yeah, he seems quite good. Don't underestimate him. He survived for quite some time now, and made a comeback even.
Lady Mormont.
Yeah, I suspected that. The Mormonts were fond of the Starks. I remember that letter.
You were named for my Aunt Lyanna. Who said she was a great beauty. I'm sure you will be too.
I doubt it. My mother wasn't a great beauty. She was a great warrior, though. She died fighting for your brother Rob. Think we've had enough small talk. Why are you here?
That's a little boss.
I've come with my sister to ask for House Mormont's allegiance.
This is super interesting. Another great episode. She is quite a little leader.
You don't just want my allegiance, you want my fighting men.
Man, how smart is that kid? Everyone is a bit confused. Maybe even intimidated.
So why should I sacrifice one more Mormont life for someone else's war?
Alright, I'm impressed. Davos, speak up.
It's our war, because Jeor Mormont and Jon Snow both understood that the real war isn't between a few squabbling houses. It's between the living and the dead.
Yep. We know that. But will it work?
As long as the Boltons hold Winterfell, the North is divided. And a divided North won't stand a chance again.
Okay, so that is the argument. Unite the North. Because it's divided right now. I love how he expresses himself. Very on point.
We will not break faith today.
It worked, I think. Or I hope.
How many fighting men can we expect?
100.
62.
That's even less than I joked about.
If they're half as ferocious as their lady, the Boltons are doomed.
62? Are you kidding me? Or maybe I'm missing something. We'll see. Maybe they are offering some real grizzly bears. Isn't that a bit risky, Jaime? You could just simply get an arrow to the head and it would be over. because I don't expect the Blackfish to play any games. He will be ruthless. He's meeting him.
I assume you're here to fulfill the vow you gave my niece. Then why are you here?
You know why I'm here. In the name of King Tommen, I order you to surrender.
Or you'll kill Edmure. Hang him and be done with it.
It won't stop with Edmure. Hundreds will die.
Hundreds of mine, thousands of yours.
But if you surrender...
But if you surrender, then what?
On my honor.
Your honor? Exactly what I'm thinking about. Why would Blackfish trust you after what happened?
As long as I'm standing, the war is not over.
The message is clear. I like that character. He is pretty cool.
You're asking me to join your army. Who is fighting in this army?
Are you going to tell him about the Wildlings?
The bulk of the force is made up of Wildlings. And the rumors are true. I received you out of respect for your father. Now I would like you to leave.
As I said, narrow-minded people.
I would remind you that House Glover is pledged to House Stark.
Here we go, boss.
And where was King Rob when the Ironborn attacked this castle?
Rob kinda lost the plot at the end of his reign.
I served House Stark once, but House Stark is dead.
Harsh words. Didn't work out. I think we need Bran.
I'll never hurt you, little brother.
Well, you kinda did. You know, words can hurt too.
They'll find us.
Drink the goddamn ale.
Maybe there's something to this.
I need you.
Relax him a bit, because he seems quite tense.
If you're so broken that there's no coming back, take a knife and cut your wrists. But if you're staying, Theon, I need you. We're gonna make a pact with this Dragon Queen, and we're gonna take back the Iron Islands.
Oh, so that's what they are aiming for. What are you thinking, Sansa? Sending a raven to who? I could not see what it said. Please read it. I wonder who she was thinking about. Can't be Baelish, right? Blackfish? I don't know. I think it's someone else. Something more unexpected.
All I can do with time I've got left is bring a little goodness into the world.
I hope you're doing that.
Never too late to come back.
Uh-oh. Who is that?
What are you doing here?
Well, we're talking about life. You?
Protecting the people.
Who are you protecting us from?
This won't go well. Look at the Hound. He is suspecting something. This man will die. Everyone here will die. And the Hound will survive and keep this man and all these people in his heart and become a good person. Full of terrors. Uh-oh. These dudes were scouting. Scouting the area. Scouting the group. And they will be back. With more people. With more bad people. I think the Hound knows that. That is probably...
Sweet girl.
Yes, I knew that. What the hell? I just knew that. A random old lady? Come on. But what happened to Arya? That's the main question right now. She got stabbed pretty badly. What about your stab wounds? How would one even survive that without some form of magic? Arya, you're going to die if you don't get help. Are they here? And so it happened. What about the preacher? Wherever he goes, you see what happens? He just can't live a normal life. There he is. Obviously it's those guys from before. That's some epic music. Going for revenge? I'd say this was a good one. Maybe even a great one. The pacing was a bit slower, but the subtle things were brilliant. Firstly, I cannot express how glad I am that the Hound is alive. Just that fact makes this episode a great one. But anyway, what we got from this episode is that Sandor simply can't live a peaceful life. Trouble always finds him. I do wonder what he'll do now. Will he try to find those raiders and kill them? Or just move on? Move on to the next chapter of his life. He's like an eternal wanderer, going from one place to another. And just as he is alive, Arya is about to die, although I don't believe she will. That wound, or wounds, look very serious. But the way all of that was done makes me believe that she will survive somehow. She will get help somewhere, from someone. I hope at least, because I don't know if I should be more worried. But the fact that the Hound survived his wounds, although they weren't that deep, so I don't know how this will go. Well, hopefully she will survive. That's all I can say. The other things that happened were quite straightforward. Jon and Sansa are still looking for allies. The Blackfish is staying strong in his position, and the Greyjoy siblings are heading to Daenerys to strike a deal. That's actually a great environment for Theon, if you know what I'm talking about. But the most interesting character of this episode was Margaery. Without a doubt, she's acting so well that I got fooled for a bit there. But after her little sign to Granny Olenna, I think I'm gonna have to confirm her as one of the most intelligent characters in the show. She's so great at playing the game. I'm truly impressed. My favorite scene in this episode was seeing the Hound. That made me overly excited, but the conversation with Lyanna Mormont was also great. She's a bright and promising little leader. Alright, so simply for the fact that the Hound made his comeback, I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Otherwise, it would probably have been an 8 out of 10. Still very good, but it has made me wonder, what will the climax of the season be? Cersei's trial? Jon versus Ramsay? Or something with the Walkers maybe? It's becoming really interesting to think about. I'm looking forward to the next episode. But anyway guys, that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and leave a like. That would be really awesome. Now take care and see you next time.